lit from the both teams who will be performing the very first battle in 2020 KIC. So from the side of TRB, it actually stands for Tribe Gaming. We've seen some familiar faces and some new faces as well.
Exactly. We're going to have in our first game, Tribe Gaming, the representatives from North America, against
damage core in their composition. So how farmed up MTS is also one true and one key element in this match. So you're gonna be feeling extra excited because you are the very first match you kick off 2022 KIC. So whoever wins this fight, you will be the first winner of the entire tournament.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us get ready for what's gonna be our game one. From left to right on your screens, Bacon Time, from right to left, Tribe Gaming. I am your caster for today, Isaac Peña Muley.
I'm today's cast Tian Yun, very excited to be here, and let's see who will be the first winner of the entire tournament. So starting from the matchups, nothing changed and nothing is exchanged. And who do you think will win the first blood? I don't know, I have no idea.
I have no idea what is going to happen, Tian Yun. I just know that I am super excited just to see the matchups and how to see how all different teams are going to understand our game. Look at that. TRB.
Invasion here.
Invasion, trying to take control of some of that jungle elements.
And let's see how Ganjang and Moye just successfully chip away the HP bars from the enemies. So and Ganjang and Moye has been silent for a lot of metas, but during the fact that another and new item has been discovered, so Ganjang and Moye back to our current meta, trying to clean away faster and make rotation to either side.
A lot of burst damage that can be dealt by Ganjang and Moye.
You know,
that makes it back to a very meta pick.
A combo could be happening with Foods' ultimate together with Ganjang's damage.
Yeah, because Foods is going to lock people down on the ground, not allowing them to move, and then Ganjang and Moye could come in with the blades and just immediately just burst away your whole HP bar.
So accuracy extremely important for Ganjang and Moye players, right?
It's gonna be extremely necessary if you want to be successful at this exact player.
Yes.
Because see the rotations on the 1 minute and 40 mark, Marco Polo is being taken extremely low, but Tranfei is gonna come here just to kind of get vision.
Yeah, there's no way to escape here. Marco Polo extremely weak during the early phase, especially during the matchup with Li Yuanfang. No winnings here. You have to play cautiously, right?
You're gonna have to play very, very, very cautiously in there because look at that. Marco Polo is being taken extremely low. And that Xiao is having Disturb as her ability.
Yes.
That would allow her to actually invade under the turret and put some damage on Marco Polo.
You know, you actually have like a 2-minute cooldown phase for Purify to use. So this common skill for Marco Polo is very important. So the fact that he has already used it might be quite essential for the later on team fights.
All right, we can see TRB trying to start that Overlord, but Ganjang Moye's presence is too dangerous for them.
All invading in the jungle, taking the
jungle.
blue side and retrieve back to their base.
The blue team has the advantage in the invasion, right? Because Li Yuanfang is going to have an extra damage towards those jungle animals.
It's just like butterfly effect when you have very low HP on Marco Polo, so no one can take the lower battle, so you can invade into the blue and try to steal something.
You are completely right on that. You do not want this to start snowballing for the other team, that is for sure. Marco Polo is just being taken half HP every single time that he has a scrimmage against Fang.
Yeah, so there's some mechanics working in our current meta in the first 4 minutes. So the marksman will tear down the turret slower than the later round games.
Exactly. The first 4 minutes, the turret is going to not only take a 40% less damage, but at the same time is going to be able to protect themselves as well. As we see Tranfei having to pull that wild blood to run away with his life because it was taken extremely low, as we were just explaining the boards.
Yes. So a lot of heroes are being brought low, but the first blood has not been spawned yet. We have to look for another team fight later on, but Fang is playing so aggressively in the bottom lane, trying to gain a lot of win.
Wow! First blood goes from Ganjang and Moye. We're talking about accuracy, and ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly what we want to see.
Solo kill in the mid, gaining the first blood for the entire tournament.
Excellent.
That's a record.
That is a record. I like that. Bacon Time just coming in and then just showing us that regardless the Tribe Gaming got experience, Bacon Time is not here just to be a passenger seat.
You know, it's a rare thing that Ganjiang Moye can have a kill onto Shen Mengxi because Shen Mengxi are supposed to have longer range and AoE damage than Ganjiang.
Excellent. We can see back. We can see all of them trying to replete Bacon Time, trying to have control of the jungle. We can see already a 2,000 gold lead from the side of Bacon Time.
They have this goal lead simply by invading and trying to control their enemies' jungle area. So let's see whether Bacon Time can continue snowballing and trying to extend the goal difference. Let's see the flashback here. First Blood, nice prediction of the positioning, right?
I love the way that Ganjiang and Moye, when you're accurate, just immediately your whole HP bar disappears and your screen goes gray.
How cool is that?
Amazing, but it's just a difficult hero to play at the beginning.
Obviously, Tribe Gaming is trying to gain something back by gathering together in the mid and clean a wave. Gain the mid wave priority is one essential thing to do.
Exactly. Look at that. What we just called at the beginning, the split and push, not engaging any fights, coming in, taking down the turret, and taking the kills as well. Shen Mengxi is going to die a second time. Yukio Tachibana is going to take that one.
I think the tier 1 turret in the mid is quite dangerous because it's the main entrance to protect the whole jungle area. So it might be very important.
Look at him, he's just walking extremely deep into that jungle. The red team has no reason how to do it. It's going to be Lifu, it's going to be with the Fallen God. It's not going to be enough. We're going to see some flickers and flashes going around. Trampe is going to try to follow in, pushing the whole team of Bacon Time back.
Yeah, a little skirmish happened down in the red zone, trying to protect their jungle, but unable to do it because the red buff still is stealed away from the side of Bacon Time.
I can see that Bacon Time is having full control of not only the game, but the resources. Look at that, the turret is going to go away, coming in, getting the resources, getting the objective, and running back home.
You know, Tribe Gaming is trying their best. They're trying to protect their own resources. But one unfortunate thing is that they do not have enough damage, do not have sufficient damage to do that. Shen Mengxi has been killed for twice in this match, and Marco Polo still needs a lot of time to farm up. We can see Doomsday still have to wait for at least 1 and 2 more minutes.
Exactly. Right now, with only Spark Forged Dagger, Marco Polo's damage is not going to be online yet.
Not enough.
We talked about the real damage that they can provide, right? But without the items, it's not going to be enough to protect home. And right now, things are looking extremely grim for them as they have almost a 4,000 gold deficit.
Time is very important for the side of Tribe Gaming. They have to buy themselves more times in order to let their marksmen develop more items. So Marco Polo is one of the heroes that I could possibly think of who relies on the items so heavily because you need to increase the number of the bullets in your first ability.
You're talking exactly about what we need to pay attention to. The item, I said, he's so item dependent, Marco Polo, that in this composition, just facing a split push, like BAC, what Bacon Time is doing right now, Marco Polo has no option how to go in the jungle and try to get some.
So they're basically facing a dilemma here, but nothing's gonna happen if they trying to engage into team, but another kill is gained for fun.
Another kill is gonna be gained. Right now it's gonna be the red team that is gonna try to push back. Ganjiang is taking extremely low. It's not gonna be enough to deal some critical damage. Runs away with his life. Bang! It's going to take that turret. Things are looking bad for Tribe Gaming.
I love how they are playing this game. I love the first ability being spawned by Ganjiang and Moye, keeping all the enemies away because Marco Polo is not using the Purify, so he was completely getting stunned by the first ability, right?
Remember that after an inner tower is destroyed, all the enemy minions in range will be slowed by 90%. For 10 seconds. So it means that after you destroy that second turret, you're not going to be able to immediately push on high ground.
Yeah, so it will be more difficult if you want to take down turrets in seconds. So it won't be happening with simple wave lane to tear down 2 turrets, especially going to the high ground tower.
Yes, exactly. We're in the 9 minutes mark. 45 more seconds for this Overlord and Tyrant to turn into something?
It's quite hard because over 5,000 goal deficit have been built by the side of Bacon, and I think Tribe Gaming should wait for another at least 5 minutes before they're getting started to the team fights.
Can they wait for 5 minutes?
I'm not so sure.
I am not completely
I
sure
don't think
because
Bacon Time will give them those kind of opportunity to do that.
Bacon Time just needs to just completely step on the gas right now. They know that they have the priority and they need to just destroy that mid lane turret, and they're gonna have a green light just to move into their the jungle. And yes, they're gonna jump in with the Fallen God. Marco Polo is gonna fall in with the damage as well. But what is going to be the cost of that kill? That kill is going to cost them their high ground turret on the top lane is going to disappear. That is going to be bad news for Tribe Gaming. They win the kill, lose a turret. That's not a gamble that I would have done.
You know, HOK is a game of give and takes. So
Yes.
you give one life down on the bottom as a support, Dachao. It's okay, it's acceptable because you have the high ground tower in the top. So the high ground tower will gain you an super soldier advantage, which
Yes.
will be very important, especially you want to stall the game into the late game. Super soldier will help you a lot when you're trying to do the split push strategies.
Exactly. If you have super minions, it means that over there on that lane, that specific lane,
It's taken care of.
it's taken care of. You don't
Yeah.
need to think about that anymore.
Yes.
The Fallen God one more time. The man is just jumping in, trying to take on damage on Tatcha. Tatcha is going to be able to TP back. He's going to have his ultimate on cooldown for the next 40 seconds.
So it's already 10 minutes. So each team is trying to decide what kind of objective they want. So for Tribe Gaming, trying their best to, buy themselves more time. So Bacon Time is using the advantage of Dachao, teleporting members back and forth and trying to gain the Stark Tyrant.
But you see, if you are supposed to just kind of push the game away, you're not supposed to use your ultimate on just trying to kill a support.
Apparently.
Like, you need to be able just to make those decisions. You need that ultimate to protect your high ground or trying to go for dragons. But to try to kill a Tatcha, MTS needs to be making better decisions, I think.
From my own perspective, I think it's 90 to 10% of winning rates for the side of Bacon Time because they're playing very aggressively and the strategy of Dachao really works well on this match.
It is working really well. It is not a strategy that we would see from the other areas, right?
Yes.
It is a strategy that we would see more from the KPL teams. But right now, this is going to be the first time that we're going to see that we're going to be able to see Bacon Time trying to pull on this Tatcha strategy.
Huge stress on the wave since the super soldiers are rushing into the base to the side of Tribe Gaming. Another tier 2 turret is on in the mid and the high ground tower on the bottom also disappears.
It's not going to be enough as Marco Polo is going to be locked down. He won't be able to run away. His screen goes gray right now. It's going to be all blue on bottom and top. Right now, Bacon Time has complete control over the map.
Complete domination of the entire game and the entire map.
Look at this. Lupu taken extremely low. He's going to leave his team only with 3 players to protect that high ground. The Wild Blood is going to have to be procced. It's not going to be enough as the man is going to fall as well. The Super Minions are already in the crystal. One more kill. It's going to be the cherry on top of the ice cream. And it's going to be a game for Bacon Time.
What a play, what a play. Finish the game very quickly. The time is only 12 minutes and 22 seconds, and they have won back a victory. Wonderful, amazing.